Hello friends, welcome back in this session. So we have seen the how to install the Artifactory and how to see the basic configuration for the Artifactory. So let's start in this session. So in this session we are going to understand how to configure the Artifactory with the Jenkins. So let's have a start. So before going for Jenkins, we are going to create one repository here. So let me create repository. So how we can create, just we have to go to the configuration part, and the configuration go your repository and add local repository. So I'm just creating the local repository with the name is the result. So risk configuration is I'm taking the default one. So just save and finish. So our result repository has been created. Let's go and see here. So in build you find the result in the artifact. Okay, let's move to the Jenkins. So this is Jenkins. So I have created the demo Artifactory project, but before let's move for the Jenkins to configure the Artifactory plugin. So you have to go to manage plugin to install Artifactory. So I have already installed Artifactory, but you can go to the available and you will find Artifactory here. So here it won't show us Artifactory. So this is a different plugin which is the use for the different, but here you will find the Artifactory plugin for the update which we have installed. So this plugin we already installed and it show here it's available update. So if you click on the download now, and it will definitely update your Artifactory plugin. So this very basic things where you can go in the available and find the Artifactory plugin and just click on install. So once you install the Artifactory, you will get the configuration for your Artifactory server. Let's have a configuration in Jenkins. So let me go to the configure system. So configure system, you will find the configuration for the Artifactory server. Just go down for your Artifactory server. So here you will find the Artifactory server. So I already configured, but this is a different server, so I have to update my server IP. So this is our server IP. You can see this 32.245.48.18. So I'm just copying this server IP. Here I'm updating. Make sure you follow the IP port. That's a mandatory, because this port it's not working on default on port 80. So Artifactory is running on port 8081. So here I have updated the port IP, and at last we have to pass the Artifactory path. So once you give us the server IP and your credential here, when you can click here for the test connection, so it will check your connection. It's working fine. So it found the Artifactory server version 7.6.2. So this configuration is required. This is a server ID which is required when we passing to configuration file that we'll see in our configuration for Jenkins configuration project. So let's apply and go back. So now I'm moving to my demo project. I'm just taking the example previously configured just because to saving the time. We will discuss the each and every items here. So server IP, I have created the one parameter which we have given the Artifactory. So I have created one parameter here. You just click the string parameter and add the server ID, and the value is the Artifactory. Let's go to understand the pipeline. I will update the same pipeline in the code also, so you can get the reference for the same project. So here we normally use the default pipeline which are basically used for the update and pushing the artifact to the Artifactory server. So here I'm not taking the real Java or Gradle example. I'm just creating the one artifact here manually. So I'm creating one file which name is artifact, and this is a random number which we are generating this file number. So here the normal number has been generated. Now I'm uploading this file in the stage 2 upload. So how I'm uploading, you can see this is my workspace, Artifactory workspace, and I'm just taking the global variable as a job name, as a build name, build number as a global variable, build number, and server ID I'm just passing the server ID which we have configured in a parameter. This is the file which we are going to upload. So this is the pattern which we have to use. So I'm just taking a default pattern. This is the absolute path, and here at last the file having the star condition. So the rest of file will take the any number, it will take as a wildcard. So this where I have to upload, so I'm uploading the result repository. So this is the repository name, and recursive I don't want to upload, so I just have set the false. So this is the publishing build info. So we are just publishing the build info for the same project. So what publishing we info? So build name, build number, and server ID. This is duplicate data. Let's ignore this one. And at last we are publishing this add interactive promotion. So it's mapping with your build number with your artifact data. So let me show you. So server ID, target repository, the display name, build number, and here I also pass the repository where I'm uploading, and this is the release, it's a status. So it's a mapping with your repository with your what you push your artifact data, that I will show you in the Artifactory build information. This is the interactive action promotion, same way. So build name, build number, and server ID. At last I'm just removing my file post this configuration. So let's save this one. You can do your artifact configuration with basically freestyle project also. Let me show you here. So freestyle project is taking the here. And here in build environment you can make the different configuration for the Artifactory. So this is Artifactory integration. So here you can pass for Ant. This generic integration part where you can use the generic path. So same the upload server where you want to upload the specification, job configuration, file, job configuration, whatever you want to give, you can give here. So this is the for upload details, this is for download. If you can do the both of things using this Artifactory plugin. So let's move back to the our projects demo Artifactory. So I'm running this project using the build with parameter, passing the server ID Artifactory we have set in the global environment variable. So this is done. So it's a normal build done, upload file is done, publishing info also done. So let's go to the Artifactory server, and here in result we are pushing. So you can see the artifact 3 is generated. This 3 is the build number, so which we have generated, and the same way you can go build. So we will also pushing the build information. So this is the build, this is the name of our build, and this is the build number. Here our build number has been generated. This is CI server where you can go click and you can go to the Jenkins side also. So you can, it will redirect, and in Jenkins build also you will get the information of your Artifactory build info. So once you click here, it will again redirect you to the Artifactory build info. So when you click here, it will redirect to the Artifactory build info information. So this is same page where we'll find the build info. Let me show you here. So this is the project job name, demo Artifactory 3 is the build number, and here the publish module. This is, you can find here publish module. So number of artifact which publish with this build you can see here. So this is the artifact name which are published. If you run again, Same project. So let's go back. So last build is the 4 number. You can go here and here you will find the 4 number artifact. Same way you can go for the artifact repository. Here you will see this is the build number 3's artifact. So this is your URL for your job. So this all the metadata generated by the artifact, which is basically used for the configuration part. So we have configured the Artifactory server through the Jenkins part, and we also pushed our artifact to the Artifactory server. This is the artifact push which we can upload. We also take the download and we can use that artifact to the procedure for the further deployment. For the artifact understanding how to write the pipeline using the artifact, you can go through this documentation, and at last you will find the different option for the declarative pipeline and scripted pipeline. You will find this all helps here for the detail how to use in different case. So this is the connection of the server. This is uploading file which we have used. This is the this is download for uploading and download, and this is the upload. So different configuration part you can found here. This detailed help given here. So based on your requirement you can configure your pipeline. So this is all about how to configure Jenkins and the Artifactory server.